everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create Asana tasks from Salesforce task. So my objective is that every time a new task is added in my Salesforce account, automatically that same task should be created in my Asana account. For that, we need to create an automation between Salesforce and Asana with the help of Pabbly Connect. In Pabbly Connect, to start an automation process, we need trigger and actions. In this process, my trigger application is going to be Salesforce and my action application is going to be Asana. If you want to learn how to create this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Asana tasks from Salesforce task. So what I want is that every time I add a new task in my Salesforce account, automatically that same task should be created in my Asana account. For that, we need to create an automation between Salesforce and Asana with the help of Pabbly Connect. On the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. If you are a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. As an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. Then you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 functions of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Now we have arrived on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. To start an automation process, we need to create a workflow. For that, we are going to click on the top right corner button right over here, that is Create Workflow. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as Create Asana Task from Salesforce Task. After giving a name to our workflow, we need to select a folder. On the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, we are going to click on this drop down right over here. You can see these are the folders that I've created in my Pabbly Connect account. From that, I'm going to select a folder that is Asana Automations. And after selecting the folder and giving a name to our workflow, we are going to click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create Asana Task from Salesforce Task, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One says Trigger, another says Action. Trigger and Action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these 2 steps. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step, but multiple action steps. Firstly, we're going to set up our trigger step. For that, we need to click on this arrow right over here. Firstly, it is asking for us to choose our trigger application. In the introduction, I've already told you that a trigger application is going to be Salesforce, so I'm going to select Salesforce. After selecting our trigger application, it is asking for us to select our trigger event, and our trigger event is going to be New Task. We are selecting our trigger event as New Task because we want that every time a new task is created in our Salesforce, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. After that, we are going to click on Connect in order to connect Salesforce with Pabbly Connect. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, on which we are going to click on Add New Connection. But if you have an existing connection, you can choose this option. After that, we are going to click on Connect with Salesforce. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, on which it is asking for access. I'm going to click on Allow as this is a safe process and my data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect. As you can see, we have successfully authorized Salesforce with Pabbly Connect. After that, we are going to click on Save and Send Test Request. As you can see over here, a test response is captured in our Pabbly Connect. But I'm going to generate another task in my Salesforce and I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response or not. For that, we need to open our Salesforce account. As you can see, this is my Salesforce account. To create a task, firstly, we need to click on Contacts. As you can see, there are multiple contacts in my Salesforce account, from which I'm going to select one contact. And over here in New Task, I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to create a new task. Firstly, for the subject, I'm going to write it as Pabbly Automations. For the due date, I'm going to select it as 8th March. As you can see over here, a new task is created over here. And it is saying Pabbly Automations for demo user. On March 8th is the due date. So this means that we have created a task in Salesforce. Now I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account. And yes, as you can see, a new response is captured in my Pabbly Connect. For the subject, it says Pabbly Automations. For the activity date, the date that we have selected as a due date and all the other information. So this means that we have successfully connected Salesforce with Pabbly Connect. After setting up a trigger step, we need to set up our action step. For that, we have to click on this arrow right over here. Now we are going to select our action application. In the introduction, I've already told you that our action application is going to be Asana. So I'm going to select Asana. After selecting our action application, we need to select our action event, and our action event is going to be create a task. This means that every time a new task will be added in our Salesforce and the response is captured, automatically with the help of the response, a task should be created in our Asana account as well. After that, we are going to click on Connect in order to connect Asana with Pabbly Connect. And a new window is going to appear in front of you on which we have to click on Add New Connection. But if you have an existing connection, you can choose this option. After that, we are going to click on Connect with Asana. As you can see, we have successfully authorized Asana with Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking for the workspace. So in my Asana account, the workspace is in the name of pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to leave this workspace as it is. After that, it is asking for the project ID. So in my Asana account, I have created multiple projects, from which one is known as Salesforce. So I want that every time a new task is created in my Salesforce, automatically all the tasks should be added under this project, that is Salesforce. So for the project ID, I'm going to select it as Salesforce. After selecting the project ID, we need to give a name to our task. What we are going to do is, we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from my previous trigger step. For that, we have to click right over here. As you can see, this is the previous trigger step, that is Salesforce new task. I'm going to click on this arrow right over here. And this is the response that was captured in our previous trigger step. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to map the data for the task name. So I'm going to map the data for the task name. As you can see, this is the name of the task, that is Pabbly Automations. So this is the task name that I've given. So every time a new response will be captured in our trigger step, automatically according to the new response, the data over here will be updated. After that, it is asking for the notes. So I'm going to leave this part as I don't require this step. If you want, you can enter the data you want for this step. After that, for the due at, I'm going to map the data again. I'm going to click right over here. Click on this arrow right over here as this is our previous response. I'm going to scroll down and you can see over here it says activity date. I'm going to map it. Over here you can see Pabbly Connect will only accept the UTC time zone format. So I'm going to enter the data in this format manually. Firstly, we need to type T as it is required. Then I'm going to write. So as over here you can see it says T with the time as well as plus 4 zeros. So I've entered this field as T with the time plus 4 zeros. After filling the due date, it is asking for the assignee. So for the assignee, I'm going to let it be admin Pabbly. For the followers and tags, I'm going to leave these steps right now. After that, I'm going to click on save and send test request. As you can see over here, we got all this information. So this is a positive response. So I'm going to open my Asana account and I'm going to check whether a new task is created in our project Salesforce or not. For that, I'm going to open my Asana. And yes, over here you can see a new task is created. The task name is Pabbly Automations and the due date is on Friday and the assignee is admin Pabbly. So this means that we have successfully connected Salesforce with Asana. So if I'm going to take you back to my Pabbly Connect account, over here you can see in the Salesforce it says 8 hours. Salesforce is a polling based application. That means in every 8 hours Salesforce is going to submit the new data received to Pabbly Connect, and in every 8 hours the workflow over here is going to be updated. If you want to make any changes in this polling time, then you can contact to Pabbly forum. So this is how we create an automation between Asana task and Salesforce with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I wanted that every time I create a task in my Salesforce, automatically that task should be created in my Asana account as well. For that, we have created an automation between Asana and Salesforce with the help of Pabbly Connect. In Pabbly Connect, to start an automation process, we need to create a workflow. I have created a workflow in the name of Create Asana Task from Salesforce Task. And there are two windows in front of you. We need to set up our trigger and action step. For my trigger application, I have taken it as Salesforce and my trigger event as new task. That means every time a new task is created in my Salesforce account, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After that, for our action step, we have taken our action application as Asana and our action event as create a task. That means every time A new task will be created in a Salesforce and a response is captured. Automatically with the help of the response, a new task should be created in our Asana account as well. So this is how we create an automation between Salesforce and Asana with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video. So not just with these applications, you can automate more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any questions regarding the Pabbly Connect pricing, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.